Started. Hello, everybody. I'm Sasha, and as you can tell, I'm not Sasha. I'm here in place of her. She's heading to a class, her and Michelle, and they'll be out for the week. So you got me.
Yay.
Thank you for that. I know a lot of people are in Zoom land because their kids are out of school this week. So have fun with that. You know, parents. Okay, mission statement. Who wants to do the mission statement? John, why don't you give us the mission statement?
Our mission statement: to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving.
All right. Thank you. John's visiting us. He's an agent in New Jersey, and he's going to give us a 2-hour dissertation on this.
10 minutes.
We also have another guest here. Steve, you want to introduce this fine gentleman next to you?
This is Wayne Landy, my dad, into Keller Williams through Lisa. So yeah, he does commercial in Houston, and I work for the Memorial KW. Exactly. Thank you.
So all the dad jokes, you can blame Wayne for that. Okay. We have our belief system, right? That's on our wall and on the wall of every market center, I believe, in the country. I like communication. We'll highlight communication today. Right, Liza?
Yes.
Welcome, Liza. Seek first to understand, right? When you have an issue with another realtor or even in your real life, right? Seek first to understand, right? Especially in this time on Maui, you might get some attitude that you're wondering, why did I get that attitude? Seek first to understand, right? They might have just got some really bad news, right? Or something like that. Take a breath, right? Relax. Seek first to understand what's going on in their life, right? All right. The 6 personal perspectives. I always like to commit to the 80-20 rule, right? We have about 2,300 realtors on Maui, right, that are with our association. About 20% of those actually sell even one property in a year, but they keep chasing it, right? Be the 20%, you guys. Be the ones that are in it to win it, right? You have 2,300 people competition to you, 23,299. So what? So what, right? You're there to make it happen. And if you do it, it comes, right? We know that. So just keep making it happen. All right. Where is Sam? Is Sam online? Sam, I am. Hello, Sam. Sam is not online. So the Hawaiian culture, do we have a video, RJ? This is kind of a trippy picture if you guys look at it, right? This is old Lahaina here. Down kind of by the 505 area. Used to be all wetlands there, right? And then they filled it in and put buildings and all that. And that's, some people want it to go back to this, actually, so.
That's where the baseball field is, yeah.
Yeah. And
for the Kings lived, that was his estate, the wetlands were there.
it has royal ties, yeah. Because there was like an island or something in the middle of it.
Well, with the new rules about oceanfront building, most of those oceanfront properties, there's a good chance they won't be there.
Yeah, like that stuff that was cantilevered, like Kimo's restaurant, all that stuff. They're not going to be able to rebuild that. And who knows about Front Street. So that's going to be the big discussion, right? Okay. Moving on. Free bold. Is your face up on this wall?
Nope.
If it's not, that's right. You tell them. Get your face up on this wall. And all you have to do is say, yes, I'm going to do bold. Is everybody committed in here?
Yes. Yes.
Committed, right? You're committed. Free bold is a great deal, right? It's usually $800. we're getting it for free, you guys, and it's not gonna be any less of bold. It's gonna be still good bold, so. Commit to going, what is it, 5-7 weeks or something like that. It's on Fridays, we get lunch. Thursdays, thank you. It's on Thursdays, there is one Friday. The first week? The first week was switched because of Alan's funeral.
There you go.
This funeral announcement came out. Do we have that up on here? Do we have
October
this?
19th.
October 19th. The burial, I think, is at 2 in Haiku. The service, I think, is from 9 to 1 at Ballard's, right?
No, Norman's.
Oh, Norman's. Norman's is over here, right? Norman's is on Lower Main Street. Or on what, Waiale.
Viale.
I don't like to go to those things, so.
Right bag.
So we'd like to see you guys all there. Supporting Alan's family. Okay, moving on. KW Cares, Liza. Where's Liza? Talk about Liza. Come on to the front, Liza. What are you talking about? Your KW,
Oh, okay.
your food bank.
So, just last week, September 28th, we did food distribution at Holly Makana. It's still really crazy. The lines are so long, people needing food, supplies, and people that are coming up to get food, they'll literally say, I have 10 people in my two-bedroom apartment. I have 15 people because they're getting a lot of their friends and family from Lahaina. So we're supporting them as best as we can with not only food, but supplies, clothing, slippers, toiletries, everything possible. So just a reminder, this is not a sprint. These families are gonna need resources for a long time coming. And now it's a domino effect. So the families that are taking in their families from Lahaina, they're either furloughed, their hours are cut, they're on unemployment, or they're trying to get unemployment. So this is all gonna be really challenging. So we wanna continue to support our community as best as we can. Last week, there was a lot of KW agents that showed up, and I'm very grateful for that. Because Angela, we had about 12 volunteers, and it still seemed crazy. So if you guys wanna volunteer, help distribute food, reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we also have Jonathan. I don't know if he's on there, but he also sets up the food kitchen where we go and serve food. That one's an easy gig too. We go there and make the food and then serve the food for a couple hours. We've done the food bank distribution boxes, right? That we do all the time. We do it mostly on Red Day. But the generosity right here, and this is from all of our KW family, right? Worldwide, gave us donations, more than $70,000. We were able to give big grants of $15,000 to our agents that lost their homes. The biggest thing on here, you guys, is KW Cares, right? KW Cares has given tons of money. Where does that money come from? It comes from us, right? When you have a closing, you just tell Christy you want to donate. It's easy. Then they take the money right out. $100, $200, whatever, $50, right? On each of your closings. That's where all this money comes from, right? Worldwide agents donating. We also have the t-shirt that the money, this is a market center. So this is KWRI's market center that makes these shirts. They made a specific one for Maui. So this money comes back to Maui when you order that shirt. You can just hit the QR code, bing. And you
Hey,
can get it
Keone,
back.
it's Jonathan here. I just wanted to let
Hi.
everybody know that the next volunteer evening at Holly Cow Cow is coming up on the 18th. It's a Wednesday. And if anybody who's interested in volunteering with us to do that meal prep and cook and service, just let me know and I can fill you in on the details.
Awesome. Okay, so just text Jonathan if you're interested in that. Those are fun and very easy to do. Thank you, Jonathan. Free
Of
maps
course, of course.
coaching is still going. KW Maps Coaching was generous enough to give us a couple months for free. And I've heard from a lot of agents, they took advantage of that and it was very valuable for them. All these KW coaches are also trained in emotional support too. So they're not only there to help you with your business, but help you with this whole transition that's happening right now. All right, we got a listing clinic coming up by Gene Rivers. I think this is free, right?
So is it Zoom again, or is he actually, he's not actually coming here?
He's gonna be on Oahu, right? But I think we'll zoom in, right? So it's a market center Zoom, I think only, right?
Yes.
It's a webinar that will be here. If you don't know Gene Rivers, you should come to this. This is, if it's free, that's crazy because I think he usually charges like a few $100 for this listing class, right? Anybody taking that? You guys
Yeah,
probably taking it,
he's
right?
awesome.
So October 31st, you can come in your Halloween costume. I dare you. I dare you. Oh, I will.
I'm gonna dress as Kim.
There you go. Wayne, take care of that, will you?
I tried my best.
Okay, don't forget, we're KW Hawaii 1, right? That means we're Oahu, we're Big Island, we're Maui. If you haven't already downloaded the app, click the QR code there and you will be kicked out at first and then they'll let you in. So it's secure that the only people that are on there are KW agents. And the intranet is eventually going to go away, KW wide. So this is where you're going to find all that stuff. Okay, so make sure you do this sooner than later. Make sure you put the notifications on because that will also let you know if we send out announcements. We're trying to reduce the amount of announcements, the emails you get, the texts you get and all that, and trying to do it through here. So we'll see how that works. Okay, our board of directors is always here to support our KW family. And these are them. Yay. We have a Pauhana potluck. Nicole, Liza. You're good.
So, for the next 3 months, we're just gonna do a potluck Ohana, mostly to talk story, have a cocktail and just.
Needs to be louder. We can't hear her.
She's coming to the front.
You can hear her say.
Yes. Say it again. Say it again.
No, I'm just gonna say margaritas. How about that? Okay, so what?
It only supplies PA only margaritas.
No. So Kahalui has margaritas too. So for the next 3 months, we're gonna do the Pauhana potluck. So not necessarily to learn anything specific, but just to build each other up, talk story, have a cocktail, have a margarita, whatever you want to call it. It's all good to me. And just you know, we show our love by food, right? So whatever, and that's comfort for everyone. So whatever that comfort food is for you, just bring it on down. But Brady is kind of sponsoring, so he's gonna bring food too. The more food, the better.
But he's only sponsoring Kihei.
Yes.
Probably we're working on the sponsor, but there'll be food and there'll be alcohol. Bring your favorite tequila. We're all good.
Yes. Of course. I
Tequila
will.
tasting.
Yes.
Right, no, it just kind of feeds your, feeds your brain, feeds your stomach. Everybody's kind of, you have questions, if you just lost or you need something, if you need to be around people, just come.
I like
You
that.
don't have to bring food.
If you're lost and you just need to be around people, because we're told by the experts, for every person who admits being depressed, there's 10 people who are not admitting it. So this is a time when our island is really suffering. And I could speak from experience. I've been in a down place and I went to Oahu for the workshop for 2 days and I was so happy. I was laughing. It was just so nice to kind of be myself again. So that's why we're encouraging these potlucks. So again, on Friday, it's Kihei. bring food, bring your favorite tequila, whatever it is that you like. Or if those non-drinkers, just bring your seltzer water, whatever it is. So we're encouraging everyone to love on each other. I'll see you on Friday.
Yay. Thank you for that. Yeah, it was a big deal to have Mark King here. Mark King is second to Gary Keller, right? He's the president actually of KWRI. So it was nice to have him here and give us some words of encouragement. The food bank, Maui Food Bank Group, Liza, come on.
Okay, so this last one was the keiki one was all the KW agents and even some other agents from different brokerages. It was kind of a last minute thing. Chelsea mentioned that the needs of the community are very fluid and changing. We were supposed to make 1,000 food boxes for the community, but the last minute we were told that teachers and parents were feeding these kids, because if you think about it, now the kids from Lahaina are being bused. Not anymore. Okay, they were being bused. And so that's why we made 1,000 snack bags, because the teachers, the parents were spending their own money in trying to give snacks to these kids. So again, this is a marathon, not a sprint. And that was September 28th event, and that was super fun. RJ, are you gonna play, or is it Ali that's gonna play the video?
I think RJ can do it.
Okay, RJ, can you play the video, please?
Hi, Steve Landine.
Hi, Harvey.
Keisha.
So it's not only team building for our brokerage, but it's also helping our community. And yes, it's work and you'll get hot and sweaty, but it's so rewarding. So if you haven't done it yet, please, the next time we have one, just sign up. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that serves a huge need. And if you have extra money too, you can always donate money to the food bank. They could make $1 go really far there. So that's a good place to also donate to. Our Pride Breakfast is coming up on the 16th, next Friday. It's in the morning. It'll be here. Nicole, Randy, Liam Ball. We're not related, but we do share a same story that Martha Washington is our great grandmother. She was a Ball. Yeah, we share that same story. Anyway, Bruno and Joe Ordinero from Oahu. Okay, well, we're just testing you guys.
Yeah, good morning. It's Monday. It's Monday.
Oh, it's gonna be the before the huddle. Okay. So for you all in Zoom land, October 16th is a Monday, and it is going to be before the huddle from 9 to 10. And then we'll have the huddle afterwards.
And Nicole will be here. She's flying in.
Oh, that's fine. We're gonna have live people here. So come in for that, you guys. We're gonna have food. I'm sorry, Sasha didn't tell me about the food thing, so I didn't have any. I got some manapui in the back that you guys can have. A couple of frozen dinners and an old salad, I think, from last week. Okay, we do have our Book of the Month Club. And Steve, you want to talk about that? Steve Landine, everybody. Steve Landine.
Liza, you want to do it or? Okay. So we decided to do the Book of the Month Club, basically reading one book a month so that you could just continue to educate yourself. And it's great because Mark King actually was talking about that the other day. So I'm glad we're kind of right on track with that. Millionaire Real Estate Agent was technically the book for September to discuss in October. That has a lot of information. As you know, we could probably do 6 weeks, 6 months of this book. But for most of you, you probably have already read it. This is gonna be a refresher. What we're gonna do is just kind of talk about, discuss it, and find key points that everybody can take from it. The following month, so starting today, you read Atomic Habits, and Samantha Kramer will be there on Monday, November 6th to discuss it right after the huddle. And then same thing with the next one. We're going to discuss Grit, Miranda Watson. So basically, we're timing it right after the first huddle of the month, so the first Monday of the month. So it's just an hour. If you don't finish reading the book, feel free to still join us. If you see one book you like, let's focus on that one and come back a few months if that's what matters. But anyways, if you have any questions, reach out to me, and we'll see you right after this meeting.
All right, Steve. All right, code of ethics and standard of practice. Who can tell me what law the owner builder law is? You don't know what the owner builder law is? What does the owner builder law say? Who can tell me that?
That you don't need, to have a permit.
Owner builder law to us says that you cannot sell that house for 1 year after completion date, right? That's HRS 99.14, I believe. But just remember that, right? If you have somebody that's building a house to sell and they are under a owner builder permit, you cannot sell that. They can't sell that house. In most cases, there are some caveats to that where they can sell it if they have if they're going through a divorce or financial things like that. They could get around that, but for the most part, you cannot sell until that year is up. Okay, on an owner builder, not a general contractor. Okay, I'll leave it at that, and we'll bring up John, our guest speaker today. I think that was it for this thing. So without further ado,
Thank you very much.
I don't have a script for you, John.
That's okay.
Top producer in the New Jersey area, been licensed since 18
20
years ago.
Yes, sir.
And
I'll introduce myself. Thank you so much. First of all, it's truly a pleasure to be here. But this is what KW culture is all about. I'm here 2 weeks on vacation, and I am actually the person I'm the sponsor for Sasha Murphy, right? And so, but that's what our culture is all about. And I did not know that Sasha was going to be here, but I of course volunteered to be here because I've been here at Keller Williams for about 17 years, and tomorrow's my birthday, and none of you are going to guess how old. But I'm still learning based at my age. Still learning based. I still go to
23.
Still go to family reunion. Thank you. 68 tomorrow. Actually, believe it or not. Yeah, thank you. But the thing about it, I still go to family reunion. I still go to mega camp. I still listen to all the podcasts and everything else like that. And so today I'm here to share a couple of tips so that if you get one tip, your business is a little bit better for you. And all of you that are on Zoom, thank you very much for attending. Amy has the handout today because there is a short little handout for you today. So I wanted to share, I on the handout is my Instagram, my TikTok handle, so that if you do want to follow me, you can. And some of the people that I'm following. And one of the things that I wanted to share, it was actually the keynote speaker at Family Reunion, which was Ed Milet. I don't know if anybody was there. Anybody spoke to him? Okay, big follower of him. And lately now, and especially it's very, very true for our market because this is now a grind them out market. That was Gary Keller's message about 18 months ago, and it's been true. I'm also part of the Ryan Serhant group, which is that's how I ended up meeting Sasha. 4 years ago, he had a special deal. I grabbed it. Sasha grabbed it. And then 2 years later, I met her about 2 years ago when I came on vacation, and we sat for lunch. And within 5 minutes, she goes, "Are you trying to recruit me?" And of course, thankfully, Lisa closed the deal. Yoni closed the deal, and the rest is history. And listen, that's what it's all about. Even in this market, you should be, some of the people that you've been doing a deal with. This is a great time to be because people are searching. People, like you have so much free stuff here. Again, I'm old school. If it's free, it's for me. In fact, I'll take two. What is it? But the thing about it is just that take advantage of that, because that's what it's all about. But Ed Milet, success and failure is this paper thin. And especially in this market, it is all the little things. Now people go like, yeah, John, you're sitting on the beach in, the Grand Walia. Guess what I've been doing? Okay, I've been setting up my smart plans and everything else like that, enacting them, implementing them, and then watching, the responses. So I do want to encourage you that, is your database up to date, right? Your sphere and your database is very, very important. Is everybody using the smart plans? Because they're working. They're working because everyone from Gary Keller, Ryan Serhant, doesn't matter. Everyone's saying we need to have conversations, right, with people, because people are going to, maybe there's a little bit of lull, but then all of a sudden there's going to be a burst of activity, and you don't want to be, yeah, nothing's going on, and all of a sudden you'd be like, oh my God, let me catch up to all these people. That's not going to happen. It's implementing all of this stuff now, even though, again, I've been with Keller Williams for a long time. I'm in the top 100, so I get invited to all of Gary Keller's, private masterminds. And, I listen because and especially Gary has a lot of subconscious stuff. And this is what he built for us, right? The command was built for us. And so to take advantage of it. I end every email and text, and I'm going to hand out some of the stuff that I do with a question mark, right? With a question, does it make sense to meet? Does it make sense to schedule a Zoom call? Because if someone answers one of the questions, that's motivation, right? That's what we're looking for. And when you find it and you get it, you're on your command app, and all of a sudden someone answers one of the things, it's important. This is some of the stuff that I learned from, again, from all the years, right? The language of real estate. Avoid using any negative words. Eliminate. Never ask a question that you may get a no to. Never ask a question that you may get a no to. And what's really helped me keep a lot of deals together are some of the win words, right? When you use these words, the owner doesn't want to fix. I don't know how everything is here in Hawaii, but when you have a listing and the home inspection happens and the owner does not want to fix anything, right? The words reasonable, fair, standard. If you don't know something, let me double check. I'll be back to you. Normal, the word normal, and the word comfortable. One of the biggest things I learned from Ryan Serhant is to replace the word, especially now that buyer's agent commissions may be changing, right? Instead of commissions, use the words broker compensation. The broker compensation that I will earn at the closing of title is, and it actually, people get it. I get it. Also, when you're talking with your clients, use the words we and us, because that, now I'm on their side. How many times, and again, it's been many, many times of mistakes and everything else like that, where the client goes like, are you on my side or are you on the buyer's side? Something like that. And again, when you're trying to make a point, right? No one wants to be told what to do. You need to reduce the price. You need to do this. You need to do that. Clients, they right away, as soon as they hear that, they go into negative. So the best way to make a point is to start with, wouldn't you agree? ... Doesn't it make sense? When I switched about 10 or 12 years ago to those two phrases, whenever I wanted to make a point, only once did everybody, one woman never said, doesn't it make sense to, adjust the price and this way we'll get more bar? No. I said, okay, all right, okay, I got it, I got it. And also, in my handout, I actually really have, I know this is kind of like a not sensitive subject, but everybody goes, no, I don't really want to do that. There's a couple of video tips on here that I got from the Ryan Serhant group. They're very, very big, obviously, and not everybody has to be Ryan Serhant, but I don't know how many people use video here or use their social media, but it's very, very important. It's very important, at least so much that, at least your sphere and your friends see you and to stay on top of the mind, right? Old school, sending postcards. I've been talking about New Jersey, postcards, this and mailers, stuff like that. That's good. But, social media is, it's free. It's free. And it's a way for us to stay connected to it. But I actually really did share, did share some of these tips. Because certainly if you're using a video, there's even a format for a video, right? You have to have a 3 to 5 second hook, because again, and not to pick on this young gentleman here, but that age group has 0.3 seconds of attention span. So you have to get them with the hook, right? So that they stay on your video, introduce yourself, make your point, get off, right? And stuff like that. And it actually does work over and over and over again. The other thing too about that I got from the Ryan Serhant mastermind last week was that people who really, really are interested in your post will read it. So tell a story, right? Not rather than just have a picture of a house. Oh, I just listed this, I just sold it. Great. Okay, you're patting yourself on the back. Tell a story about what happened, and because people who really care about you, people who are really following you, people who will do business with you will read that story, stuff like that. Finally, I'm going to share 3 emails and texts that you can send today and that actually have worked for me, right? The biggest one now is, and I'll just read it and I'm going to hand it out. Now that 2023 is in the home stretch, many of my clients are planning their real estate goals for 2024. I'm curious, what describes you? Number 1, I have absolutely no plans for 2024. Number 2, I'm curious about how much my property is currently worth in today's market. Number 3, I would move if I found the perfect home to move to. And number 4, I'm planning on purchasing an investment property in 2024. And then I ended with a call to action. And believe it or not, out of 100 smart plan texts that are going out, about 8 to 10 people are mostly clicked with number 3, which everybody, which is the current state of New Jersey market, were kind of frozen, and people would go like, yeah, I would move if I found something, or something like that. So there's so many people that are in that boat right now. But again, it's just important to be able to have those conversations. I cannot, sir, that's all I'm doing. I'm doing it from the beach, right from my lounge chair right now. And I can't encourage you that. The other thing that's actually also working for me, I don't know if you have many coming soon properties here, but just a simple text message. There are 11 properties ready to come to the market in the next few days. Can I send those to you? That I'm getting an overwhelming response. Yes, send them to me. Now, what do you do with it? Now it's a reason to call. Oh, I want to find out. I don't want to waste your time and send you all 11. What's your price range? What part of the island you're looking for? This is again a chance to have conversation. These are the things. These 2 are working. And finally, if you're working with a homeowner, have you seen what Zillow thinks your home is worth? I have my professional opinion and am happy to share it with you. What are your thoughts on the value? And so that's again getting some of your seller clients into conversation about. Again, you'll probably go, yeah, I would sell if I could, and that's it. So again, I really appreciate Amy. Thank you so much for your hospitality and helping. Allie. Somebody told me Amy. Sorry. Okay, you did. Okay, Ali, sorry about that. Thank you so much. And Keone, thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions? Yes.
So you talked about like sometimes when there's a lull and there's a burst of activity, what are some of the mindset tools that you have like when there is a lull, right? Because I could 2 months ago, I did probably 25 showings in 1 month, and for 2 months I didn't have anything. And so when I feel like for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything. What's going to happen? And, all of that. But then you just got to keep trucking forward for sure.
Right.
But there comes a point where finances may not be, coming through. It's kind of borderline, financial strain, continuing in the business. And for somebody who's aspiring to just be full time, what advice do you have to say on keeping through like sort of the lulls, or what are some of the things you say to yourself if you're in a lull?
So that's a great question. I don't know if everybody heard that on the Zoom, what's our mindset now that we're in a little bit of a lull? And I'm gonna be quite frank with you. I do not have, my last closing that I have on the pending right now is October 31st. And for someone like myself, I don't have anything in November, nothing, zero, and nothing in December. However, I do want to share that I actually listened to Gary Keller very, very closely. And so about a year and a half ago, when he kind of said, batten down the hatches, John's like, I mean, I run one of the top teams in New Jersey, but I don't pay for any Zillow leads. We don't, we basically do a lot of coaching and mentoring. And so that's really the way I kind of run my team and everything else like that. But I battened down the hatches and I kind of knew this was coming. I didn't know the rates were going to go this high, but I kind of knew that there was going to be like a drop off in activity. So the thing about it is weathering the storm, but using the lull, not to say, oh, woe is me, this is never going to end. That's when you have to double up and use your social media, all your free stuff and your command. And again, I'm not sure what the office policy is here for Facebook ads and stuff like that, but you can use Facebook ads, to try to generate some leads and stuff like that. I don't know what the office policy is for using other people's listings if you don't have one of your own or something like that. But certainly that's another way for you to, to be able to do something and take your bold and then practice all of that. It's just something that you have to believe that sooner or later this is going to burst through and you're going to pick up. And then you just want to be on top of that, and stuff like that, especially for someone that's newer. It is hard. It's hard for someone even like myself, but I don't go, oh my God, I'm a big shot here, doing tons of transactions. I'm here to share with you I'm in the same boat as you are. But the thing about it is that you do have to keep your positive attitude and know that success and failure is that paper thin. And that's why that's why I'm still busy, doing some things. I don't know. Someone turned me on to another website. It's very, very inexpensive. HomeBot, for home sale. I'm primarily a listing broker, right? I mean, I'm a listing, I haven't really wanted to be handling too many buyers. It's disappointing, to be able, Keone's my buyer, right? And I have to, I don't know how it is here, but in New Jersey, it's been brutal. It's been brutal for buyers to be working with buyers. Obviously in sellers, it's been found money, but you keep disappointing him, and sorry, Keone, we missed it. Sorry, Keone, we missed it. In baseball, it's 3 strikes, you're out. I don't know, maybe if he really believes in me and he's a friend, he might give me 5. But after that, he's going straight to the listing broker. I mean, and I don't blame him. So it's been frustrating, obviously, from that perspective. But again, you're working at the best company that could possibly prepare you for all different phases of the market and everything else like that. And to be able to, build your closings, spend a little bit, and reinvest it in your business and everything else like that. And it definitely will happen for you, And again, the company believes in you. Free bold is definitely something to be able to take advantage of. It's intense. I mean, it's not just reading out a millionaire really. Is anybody taking it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I know the one in New Jersey, Darlene and I took it, and I go like, oh no, I ain't taking this again. No. It's been very good. I really appreciate the opportunity. It was great to meet Sasha and to be able to sponsor her and to get her started. And it's like everything else, right? When you're inside here, right, or you go to family reunion, you feel the energy. I mean, it. I can tell this is a great market center. All the things that are going on. The West Monmouth office is also. I think we're like the number 8 franchise in the whole universe, but we're pretty big. But it's also there's a lot of energy, and when you have a lot of energy, right, it's like. Again, to use a baseball analogy, it's like being on the Yankees. And if you're on the infield and you look over and Derek Jeter is next to you and A-Rod is next to you and all these good baseball players, your game can only go this way, right? But when you're here going like, there's nothing going on and those rates are going to 10% and nobody's buying and nobody, okay, but if you get caught up in that, yeah, might as well just stay at the beach. But the thing is just that we're here. And you're at the best, like I said, you're at the best company to be able to help you go through that, and you have a great broker here with Keone. So thank you again. Anybody that's on the Zoom, you can, only you can help me test some of these things out. Yes.
4 questions that you asked, what position everybody would want to believe. Nancy can do that.
Nancy, do you have a question?
She's muted.
Yes, in your response to about asking people, what their plans are in 2023, that now that you're in the home stretch, you had
Right.
4 responses and I didn't write them down fast enough. So can you repeat them?
Ally has the
It's in the
Yeah.
chat, right? We did send it in the chat, Nancy.
which said in there's chance, Nancy, but the first one was I have no plan, of the 4 choices, number 1 was I have no plans for 2024. Number 2 is I'm curious about how much my property is worth in today's market. Number 3, I would move if I found the perfect property to move to. And number 4, I'm planning on purchasing an investment property. So, that is definitely, if you set that up and then of course ended with a call to action at the bottom with a question mark, it is definitely, I'm just sharing with you what's definitely working. These 3 emails and texts are definitely working in the, to get a response, and whether you're doing them with 1 by 1 or you're sending it in a smart plan or something like that, it's definitely working. So thank you so much for allowing me to share. And please follow me on Instagram or TikTok. I use it for fun, some of the fun stuff. But Instagram, we try to do a little bit more serious stuff, and I'll follow you back, and we'll be in touch. Thank you.
How do we reach you?
And if you're going to family reunion, look for John and he'll be there and he'll buy you a drink, he said. Okay, Wayne, did you want to talk about commercial?
I'd be happy to.
All right, Wayne Landine, everybody. You gotta start with a dad joke though.
I've used them all up and Stephen took them from me, so I don't know what to say, but first of all, it's a great privilege to be here with you today and be a part of your team meeting or your huddle. We call it a team meeting in Houston, but let me start by first of all, I want to say condolences to all of you here in Maui, for those of you that have lost property, for those of you that know people, and for Alan. It's kind of like when I saw it on Facebook, it's like you see that and you go, Maui family is hurting, but we're all KW. We're KW family. And when Maui KW hurts, Houston Memorial KW hurts, New Jersey hurts, we all hurt together. So with that said, my condolences for Alan and for those of you that have lost not only other people that were out there, but also for your property. Commercial is fun. I'm a little bit older than John, maybe quite a bit older than John, but I've been doing commercial real estate since 1975. So now everybody's going, okay, 2023, 48 years. I've done nothing but commercial. The closest thing I've come to it is a 30-day lease back on a 5-acre piece of property that a company was buying that had a house on. So a lot of the things that when I came to KW, I joined our office in November of 2013. And it's one of those things, what's your residential agents? What do you have in common? What do you they're talking about doing all these things, and you hear all of what Gary Keller says, and you hear Bold and you think about Bold and you go, that's just residential. That's just, related to that side. But I have been to Commercial Summit for 5 or 6, 7 years, different places in Houston and Austin. And I think I told Stephen last year coming home from the Commercial Summit, said, Stephen, whatever they tell you, whatever methods they tell you to do, get into that and do that because it works. And from a commercial side, I'm working myself into that. I've read The Millionaire Real Estate Agent one time and pulled it again since Stephen was talking about the book club. But the methodology of everything that they tell you, you've got to work on your leads. You've got to do that. You've got to get your listings out of that. And once you get there, you've got to do your leverage out of that. And as I tell our office in Houston, there's really 4 L's. Everybody goes, what are you talking about? Well, all you residential agents out there, there's leverage. I mean, there's leads, there's listings, there's leverage, and there's Landine. Don't forget me. I'll be glad to do all your referrals. And a lot of my business does come from referral work. So it's really great to do it. It's a different world than residential. If you ever have any needs for commercial or even questions that you might have about it, don't hesitate to call me or get my number from Stephen and call, because commercial is a different world. Commercial is a business decision and not necessarily an emotional decision. Most commercial folks are doing it by saying, how does it affect my bottom line? I don't really care about the neighborhood necessarily. I don't really care about the school district. I really don't care about the color in the kitchen or the bedrooms. Those can all be painted and changed. But how does it affect my bottom line? Is it going to allow me to have more business come in? Am I going to be closer to my suppliers or my users? Am I going to have right now what I need in size and equipment and ability and location and zoning and everything that I need to get my commercial business accomplished? And that's what the real thing is from a commercial aspect. Within the commercial side, we have asset classes. Like you have luxury, you have starter homes, you have move up, but in condos and those things. But in commercial, every different asset class has different needs. If you're looking at commercial from an industrial thing, you've got to look at certain things. I did site selections for Walgreens for about 8 years for a developer in Houston. And everything that you even look for that is entirely different than you look for apartments, or you look for industrial, or you look for development land. Whatever the case may be, everything is different. The one story that I've heard told about our market center is years ago, there was an agent that came in and thought they could do residential. And so they had a client that wanted 100 acres south of Houston to go develop a residential subdivision. So they found the acreage. The buyer, the developer bought the property. He went to his engineer. He platted it all out. He had all the utilities put in. He had everything done and platted that the city needed and required to do the development. He took it to the city and said, here's my plans. I'm developing this 100 acres out on 59 South. And what do you think? You know, when can I get started? They looked at it and they said, where are you going to get your water and sewer from? And his response was, well, I'm in the city. I'll get it from the city. And they said, yeah, that's true, but it'll be about 5 years before we have those services out to that area. It is in the city, but it's going to take us 5 years to get it there. And his response was, wow, that really messes up my return, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. So that's why commercial, in my mind, and a lot of our folks' minds, is an entirely different world. It's a fun world. I do this because I enjoy doing it. You just like you in your residential, you're helping your clients get to where they want to go. The same thing in residential. In commercial, you're helping your clients get to a place where they can improve their business. Every day is a school day, no matter how old you are. I'm 75, got you beat by 7. I'm 75 and I love this business. It's fun. And every day is a school day. You wake up and you go, yes, how can I go out and help somebody today? And that's what it does. Is it always good? Is commercial, the deals bigger than all the other deals? That's what most everybody says. I want to get in it because the commissions are really huge. I can show you a commission invoice for $200, $74 on a leasing assignment that I have in a office building complex that's south of Houston. But you're doing 20 deals a year, 30 deals a year. So that cash flow trickles and it's really fun because not all of them are $78 commission invoices. You got some for $4,000 and $5,000 to come out of that same project too. So the money can be, but it doesn't have to be. And if you look at it for the money, then you're looking at it for the wrong reason. We're in this business to help those people, help our clients get where they want to go. And as I told Stephen coming back from Summit, Stephen, the more I see these things, my wife says I shouldn't use this example, but my comment to Stephen was, Stephen, drink the Kool-Aid, get into it and really understand it because it works, it's proven, and it will do well. And I'm trying to get into it myself already. So thanks a bunch. I appreciate the opportunity. Y'all have time. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Wayne. Appreciate your words of wisdom. Right? Steve's got a new name. Steven. Indeed. All right, well, thanks everybody for coming. Go forth, do good things this week. And I think Sasha will be back next week, right? So we might have food next week. We'll see. All right, thanks everybody.